Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day. Yesterday, well, our NBA Player of the Day streak did come to an end, man. We had the Utah Jazz at home, at the crib. We bet Utah in Utah plenty this season. They've been a money-making machine for us at home in Utah this season. And I thought it was a perfect spot for him, bounce back spot at home, at the crib. Um, Boston coming into that one on a back end of a back to back with travel. Utah, revenge game as well. Hey, the boys just didn't have it last night. Shout out to Celtics. I told you, I really don't want to fade Boston or Denver too often unless the spot just is glaring. And I thought yesterday was pretty glaring, and they still didn't get it done. We went 1-2 on the premium side. We had the Sacramento Kings as a win. Shout out them boys. We love them as the underdog. And then we lost with the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. We should have had the Minnesota Timberwolves in there. The injury report, the roster manipulation that was going on throughout the day, that was what kept it not from being a premium. Of course, as I told you yesterday, I love the Timberwolves. We ended up giving it out on the drive-through with Tony T. Bounce back, man. Let's bounce back today on a Wednesday. We've been red hot the last week, the last month. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. One bad day won't spoil the bunch. Looking to bounce back on that NBA play of the day. As you can see, no graphics today. I still have the games right here up on the side here in a second, though. We'll be back to regular scheduled programming tomorrow. A lot of college hoops today, man. I was deep diving at college hoops this morning and kind of lost track of time. So that's why we're on this programming today. But still, same info, same cook up, same drill. Y'all know how we do it here, man. I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that continue to tune in and watch this video. If you appreciate the content that I do, all I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site, including that NBA play of the day. We did drop it last night, but we've hit 7 of our last 8 on that play. We're going to bounce back on it today. I love today's NBA play of the day. You can scoop it up tonight. You can hop on something long term. The madness is here at college hoops. So y'all know I'm active there. The NBA, we've been seeing the board well, trying to keep it rolling there. Hop on something long term. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's cook up tonight's NBA action. First game up. Wrong one. First game up. We got the Orlando Magic at home, at the crib, laying 6.5 on the Nets. Hey, we faded Orlando in back-to-back games and cash doing so. I thought it was a good spot for the Knicks to get them, and I thought it was a good spot for the Pacers to get them as well. Now, Magic come back home, bounce back spot at home, at the crib. They've been a really good home favorite. We know the Magic are the best ATS team in basketball. We love betting Orlando here on this program, and I see this as the bounce back spot for this team. They're trying to tie up the season series with Brooklyn, needing a bounce back game. They're balling right now. I'm on Orlando in this one. We know what Brooklyn is. They're a bad team. They did beat Cleveland up pretty good in that last one out on the road, but before that, lost to Charlotte, lost to Detroit, lost to Memphis. They lost to the 3 worst teams in the league. I'm sure Orlando in a lock-in spot at home at the crib can beat up on them. So I have no problem laying points with Orlando. Again, we've cashed with Orlando so many times this season. I kind of like to take them in really good spots and bounce back spots, kind of like this one. They should beat up on the Nets. A double-digit win for them boys. Next game up, we got the Detroit Pistons at home, at the crib, favored over the Toronto Raptors, man. I mean, I get it. I do. It's 3.5 kind of steep. Yeah, it's kind of steep. But when you look at the injury report for the Raptors, you understand why the line is 3.5. Emmanuel Quickly, game time decision. RJ Barrett out. Gary Trent, game time decision. What do we know about the Raptors? They've already mailed it in for the season. They're done. You know what I mean? They're not looking to be too much more competitive for the remainder of the season. We saw that when they traded away Siakam, Scotty Barnes shut down. Toronto, the team that's 9 times out of 10 going to be a fade for the remainder of this season, and I do understand why they're dogs to the Pistons. The Pistons have been really competitive. They've been covering point spreads. I think they've covered like 6 of their last 9. We saw them win two of their last three games, win at home over the Nets, 118-112, a win at home over Charlotte, 114-97. These boys are playing well. We've been looking at Detroit. We've been betting Detroit recently. I like the competitiveness I'm seeing from a young team. They're not interested in just shutting it down. Are they going to lose most of their games? Yes. But in the games where they have a legitimate shot to win, they come out there and actually want to hoop. I don't know if the Raptors are going to come out here and want to hoop tonight. Is basically all I'm saying, especially with the injury report looking like it is. I understand why the line is Detroit not only laying points, but laying over a bucket, laying 3.5. I'm on the Pistons at home, at the crib. Throw the record book at the window. We got to look at these two teams for who they are right now currently. And the Pistons are playing the better basketball. Next game up, we got the Denver Nuggets out on the road facing the Miami Heat. 4.5-point home dogs. Hey, it does look kind of appetizing to want to take Miami home dogs here. I get it. I can't do it though. I told you guys in the intro, I don't really plan on fading Denver unless I have a clear and concise reason to them in Boston. I know we faded Boston last night, but I thought I had a clear and concise reason to do so. The Nuggets always beat up on the Heat. Short, sweet, simple. At home in Miami, they just always do. I know the Heat have lost 3 straight, so they're looking for a bounce back game at home at the crib. You can go the triple revenge angle. You can use all that, but I'm not looking forward to fading Denver very often. Denver's played really well coming out of the break. They are coming off a pretty significant homestand, and we know when we do fade Denver, we like to fade them on the road. I just don't feel like, because Denver always smashes Miami, it's Nuggets or pass for me in this game. It's basically all I'm saying. If I were to bet this game, I would lay with Denver. Just go look at the recent meetings between these two teams. Denver always kicks the crap out of Miami, always. And I think they do the same tonight. The injury report's clean for Denver. Injury report for Miami, I see Jimmy Butler, game time decision. Kevin Love out. Tyler Hero out. Not looking to bet Miami here. I'm not. Denver or pass for me here in this one. Next game up, we got your Chicago Bulls. They're out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers. And Pacers was balling last night. They're laying 3.5 here on the Bulls. I lean towards Indiana, man, off of how they looked last night alone. Not alone. We've been on the Pacers a ton this year as well. One of the better ATS teams. Won 3 of their last 4. Beat Dallas on the road. Beat Orlando. Beat OKC. That's good, man. Those are 3 teams that are, be hooping. They did lose to Minnesota at home at the crib, 113-111. We're down early in that game. Fought back, couldn't win it though. We've seen them play the Bulls twice this season. 112-105 was the first meeting. Bulls won. The last meeting was 120-104. Pacers won. The first meeting was in October. The last meeting was in December. I'm not stepping in front of the Pacers. I don't think they've been that great. Hold on, I can tell you. They haven't been that great ATS this season. On back end of back-to-backs. Let's see. Indiana. Yeah, they're terrible. They're the worst team in the league off back-to-backs. I knew it. I thought I knew that. They're 2-9 this season with no rest ATS. That's probably what's going to keep me off this game. But boys was balling last night, man. And if they can put it together again here, they should beat up on Chicago. But that 2-9 ATS with no rest keeps me off this game. It does. That keeps me off this game. I've been bitten in the ass multiple times this season, betting Indiana on a back end of a back-to-back. 2-9 ATS in this situation, it's not a bet on situation for me. Although when I just look at the game, these two teams, for what they are right now, I think the Pacers are the better team. Small lean there, probably not going to bet it premium-wise for me. Next game up, we got the Pelicans at home at the crib versus the Cleveland Cavs. Pelicans laying 7.5. Pelicans, one of the better ATS teams in the league. Cavs kind of been free-falling. They've lost 3 of their last 4. They're coming off a pretty significant homestand as well. We've already seen the Pelicans kick the crap out of the Cavs once this season, 123-104. The injury report for Cleveland is not great. Dean Wade out, Max Strus out, Evan Mobley still out. Donovan Mitchell game time decision for this one, though. That's something to look at here. I'm not really looking to fade New Orleans. I'm not. Just look at what they've been doing. Hey, when they play a team they're better than, they usually kick the crap out of them. We seen this from New Orleans last year. When they were healthy last year, bro, the numbers suggested the Pelicans were one of the best teams in the NBA. Now that they've been healthy here for a little minute, their numbers are kind of starting to suggest that again. Watch out for the Pelicans. I'm not looking to step in front of them, especially not for Cleveland, who's looked the way they've looked recently. Aired out by Brooklyn. Let Phoenix beat them up at home at the crib. Got beat up by Atlanta at home at the crib. Not really looking to bet Cleveland right now. Not looking to step in front of New Orleans either. Give me the Pelicans laying the points here in this one. Next game up, man. We got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies, dogs at home at the crib. Charlotte had that little spurt of playing well. Since then, not so much. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They did beat Brooklyn recently, 110-99, but then they were on the road and got aired out by the Detroit Pistons. The Grizzlies, they've won 3 of their last 5. They beat Brooklyn, beat Philly, beat Washington at home at the crib, and I think we take Memphis at home at the crib in the revenge spot. I do. I know they're on the back end of a back-to-back. That does make me a little nervous. But they kicked the crap out of Washington yesterday. Washington is the worst team in the league. Short, sweet, simple. Memphis, you can bet them in certain spots. The injury report was disgusting yesterday for Memphis, and it's disgusting again today. We call them the Memphis Hustle, low-key. But revenge spot at home, at the crib. I've seen nothing from Charlotte, really, to suggest try to bet them. We've seen them get beat up by Washington on the road, get beat up by Detroit on the road, lost to Toronto on the road. Charlotte on the road hasn't shown me anything recently. Not trying to catch that falling knife. Don't want to be laying points with that team on the road. So I know they're on the back end of a back-to-back, but they're playing decently right now. Give me Memphis, home dog, here in this one. Next game up, we got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, laying 6.5 on the Golden State Warriors. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to this game, so you guys are good in that department. I'm not betting my Mavs in this one, though. This is honestly just a pass for me here. It's just a pass. We know the spot for the Mavs, man. Road favorite. That's their spot. Road favorite, print it. We're going to print money betting the Mavs. Home favorite, I don't trust them. Short, sweet, simple. I just don't trust them. Should the Mavs kick the crap out of the Warriors today? Yes, they should. The way they've been playing recently suggests they should kick the crap out of the banged-up Warriors. Do I want to lay points with the Mavs, though? No. So, I mean, that's really all I have for you boys in this game. I'm not betting Golden State here. If I were to bet this thing, I would take my Mavs. But am I rushing to do it? Nah, because we know they don't cover really as home favorites. That's, you know what I mean? Next game up, we got the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers out on the road facing the Sacramento Kings. Home dogs, man. Kings got it done last night at home. Lake Show Lakers coming into town. I'm on the Kings, bro. I'm on the Kings. When you see them as that small dog, take them. Sizable favorite, leave them alone. That's not their spot. It's not their spot. I know they're on the back end of a back-to-back, but I think they hoop here. And I don't really trust the Lakers in this spot, man. I don't. I can't do it. Sacramento just seems to have the Lakers number as well. They won all 3 meetings this season, 132, 127, 125, 110. And recently, like last week, 130, 120 in LA. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not necessarily looking to fix it here with the Lakers on the road. Kings as a small dog is their spot. I'm on Sacramento at home, at the crib. Lakers, this is their first road game really in forever. They're still in Cali, but they've been in Los Angeles for forever. It's not a great spot for them, in my opinion. The Kings, comfortable at home, at the crib. This is their 5th home game, last 6 games. I like Sacramento at home, at the crib in this spot. Give me the Kings, home dog. Last and final game of the night, I've told you my feelings on the Portland Trailblazers plenty of times. They're a fade every single night. They seem disinterested. And I don't like betting on disinterested teams. I know the Hawks are the worst ATS team in basketball, but this is a Hawks style game where they should beat up on the Portland Trailblazers. You feel me? They should beat up on the Portland Trailblazers. It's Hawks or pass. Not betting Portland, even at home, at the crib against the worst ATS team in basketball. Hawks need to continue to try to stack wins if they're going to try to compete, whatever they're doing. Am I rushing to the window for this one either? No, not necessarily. But I like the Hawks here. They should kick the crap out of the Portland Trailblazers. They should. So that's our last and final game of the night, man. I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that continue to tune in and watch this video. We did drop our NBA Player of the Day last night, man. We had the Utah Jazz. Thought it was a great spot for him. It didn't turn out to be that exactly, but we'll bounce back, man. We've had 7 of our last 8 on that NBA Player of the Day. Bounce back day today. And I probably have 3 plays total in the NBA at the Pickdawgz premium side. Again, I'm probably going a little lighter here this week. A lot of college hoops this week, a lot of March Madness action. I'm only taking NBA plays this week that I feel 100% confident in. Sometimes we take, like 3-star, 2-star unit plays, but that's because we cover every single game every single day. So it happens that way sometimes. But this week, with so much college hoops in the mix for me, with March Madness happening, only hammering our favorite spots in the NBA right now. So probably 3 plays in the NBA at Pick Dawgz Premium if you guys want to hop on with me over there. And my NBA play of the day. My All Access members did have a rough night last night, looking to bounce back for them boys. You can join the All Access Club, though. They're up tremendously for the season. So it is what it is. You can join the All Access Club. 775-636-7674 is the number for that. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I really do appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the NBA. Let's smash it per usual. I'm out of here. Peace.